Hey everyone. Hi Scorpio. Alright, anyone new to Opal Oracle, welcome to the channel. And anyone returning, hi there. So nice to have you back. Alright, so I'm very excited to be recording outside. Thank you for being here with me. I'm using the Druidcraft Tarot this month. I love the brown. It's autumn, becoming close to your season, right? Now, when I was shuffling, I usually say a little prayer of sorts, but yours was kind of rhyming, sort of like a sing-song. And every time I said, what is best, specifically when I said, what is best, these two cards came out. The Queen of Pentacles and the Lord, or what would be considered the Emperor. Okay? Both very powerful. Okay? Both very stable. You also have strength as an overall energy, which is really beautiful. Okay? You and Sagittarius both had the Two of Pentacles on the bottom. They actually came before you, so there's probably a little something you can learn from them if you so do desire to seek out more information in that way. I guess I want to show you what else you got for cards, just for those of you who like tarot, and I'm assuming you do because you're here. We have the Nine of Pentacles, right beneath Strength. We have the Princess of Swords, and then we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man has actually been coming out a lot, okay? I think 3 out of the 5 have had it thus far, okay? So that's just about patience. I also sense that there's something going on astrologically, because this whole December sort of situation has been happening, but usually when I say that, it has to do with some sort of astrological placement or transit that I'm just not aware of yet, okay? I'm not an astrologer. I like it, fine. I love it, actually. It's really fun to know, but can't know everything, you know? I'm not an encyclopedia. Now, I see that you want for some of you, you want your music, you want music to be your life, okay? Something about your song, your energy, your effort, there's something about like the heartbeat of you, right? Like what the creative, okay, whatever your creative process is, okay, for some of you specifically, it is musically. For others of you, it can be writing. But either way, it relates to your own person, who it is that you are, and also your job. Like your stability, where you find you growing yourself. Does this make sense? And I see you want to hurry up. You want something to hurry up. It's like I see like a little rabbit foot. Like the, but why a rabbit does that is to inform the other rabbits, the other hares, right? That there's something going on. It's a non-verbal communication. But that also goes back to, I heard music and writing again, okay? But again, it's whatever your creative heartbeat is, okay? Sorry, I always look at the wrong part of the camera. Whatever your creative heartbeat is in this life, okay? Whatever, when you do that, it gives you the power to know that you are safe and loved and protected, that you are, I heard, independent, right? You are, look at this woman. You see this hawk here? Well, that hawk is actually in charge of the tarot. Okay? To some people, the hawk is a messenger, okay, from God. This represents Leo. It also represents the heart. Just a minute. I also see Aries, like, strong here. Of course, yes, the Lord, but I see this red, this red. Aries rules red, okay, which rules the head. So they say. We can look at it in all different ways, but we're going with this now. This is what's being said, okay? I heard, what do we think about that? Said the head to the hat. And you know what? It just became a little hot outside. Like the sun got brighter. It's been a little overcast all day. I feel like because you're an autumn baby, or at least those of you closer to the Arctic, it's like you prefer it a little cooler. And then I heard hot-headed. Okay? But that doesn't necessarily mean like being aggressive. It just means that sometimes the mind can, because she's all blue, it's like, okay, so you're going along and your heart, your life and your heartbeat are in tune with one another, right? You know who you are, right? It's like a constant stabilizing energy, right? It never stops. Okay, we're not a dolphin. We can't just stop our heart. Okay? But I see that sometimes I heard that your mind wishes it could stop your heart. Now, this could be pain in your heart, but I sense it's more about, okay, I've talked about this before, and if any of you have been here before, I don't mean to reiterate and be redundant, but the mind, okay, the mind sends messages to the heart, triply so, than the heart sends to the mind. Okay? So if you're thinking, whatever it is that you're thinking, okay, gets sent to your heart. And that will determine whether you feel strong or whether you feel like you don't have the strength to do something. Okay? So there's something about when your mind has a thought, well, I see some of you need to communicate it. Now, I know you're a water sign, and communication, obviously depending what else is in your chart, but sometimes communication with water signs can be watery, right? I learned that through my Scorpio friend, you know, which I felt so grateful that she shared with me, like, those parts of her, right? Because I could have figured it out by myself, I guess, over time, right? Like, thought about it and be like, wait, what is she trying to say, right? Because same thing as air. It's like kind of everywhere, right? Water and air is everywhere. So emotion and thought, I sense, can at times be everywhere. And I see that it's important for you to come back, find that beat, okay? Find that rhythm to keep you stable, okay? I want you to know that whatever it is that you need right now, too, that you're trying to find, right? That very much is intertwined with what you want, and part of what you want is to feel stable, okay? To feel safe, loved, protected, to feel financially secure, to feel I heard you don't have to bug anyone to get the truth about something. Interesting. But back to what you need, okay? Right now, what you need is sort of up in the air, in a sense. But I want you to know that if you don't have such a timeline, a tight timeline to how it's supposed to be, right? This is Leo, it's the ego. Which actually, strength was originally your card, so I want you to not forget that either, okay? You're the 8th house, right? Trickery. Anyway, not you being trickery, but where we're tricked to what the truth of the matter really is. And I know that you love asking those questions anyway, and it's important to ask them, but I see you need to come back to center when you start getting too far out in the air. Okay? Again, if you're too much air, too much water, too much thought, too much emotion, come back to center. Maybe you even need to do physically this. You know? There's something about that. Okay? But I see that, again, whatever it is that you need, that is up in the air, that you want to be more stable, you gotta wait a little bit. Okay? If you keep an open mind about the situation, then I see whatever's seemingly tied up, whatever is sort of out of reach in some sort of way, you'll be able to release yourself from it and have it. Okay? You'll be able to release something and have something else. You following me? There's something about that. Like, whatever it is that's up in the air is meant to be up in the air. Okay? It's not, there's nothing wrong with that. There's something actually very right about that, because it's teaching you about, well, patience. It's teaching you about who are you by yourself. You know, I heard, what can you do by yourself? Now, all of these people and all of these cards are alone. It could be a little bit more of an introspective time for you, in a way. I see you also have to wait until, this goes back to that message about December. There's something about, you have to, specifically Scorpio has to wait until December to have the tool that you need, have the correct tool to be able to do something. Okay? And I see that if you don't let your independence get in the way, you don't let your, you being by yourself for so long, whether you're in a relationship or not, like, that kind of solidarity in yourself, right? The solidarity, all these people, again, are alone. I see that you also want to, like, talk to somebody, but you're also kind of, it's like you're sending a message out. It's kind of like that rabbit. Like, you're trying to send sort of, like, how do I say it? It's like you're sending vibrations to someone. Someone's sending vibrations to someone to let them know, like, hey, can you feel that? Can you hear that? But it's more about, can you feel that? I also sense that this is God sending this to you. Okay? And I want you to be receptive to that. Okay? That's actually what you need also. Is like, I heard, who are you? Shit. Sorry, Zumi. No. It's okay. Stay there. Stay there. It's okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to drop that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. You can go back to your nap. There's a new moon on the 8th of October in Libra, okay? There is a full moon in Taurus on the 24th, 25th. What is it that you want new in your life? Focus on that on the 8th, okay? What is it that you want to complete in this life, okay? Libra is about your relationships with people, your one-on-one partnerships. It can also have to do with your job. You know, whatever your contracts are with people, obviously, actually Libra and Taurus are both ruled by Venus. Venus, it's Libra season, right? And Venus is also going in retrograde. Now, again, I've said this before, but I'm telling everyone just in case they only watch this one video. It's really important, this retrograde. It's like, what's good enough what's good enough for me? Okay? What's suiting to my heart? What is not? Okay? That's also what's helping you, is being able to, that's a sparrow too. Okay? And there's this other bird flying here. Okay? Maybe also there's this other bird right in the center. So for some of you, birds are important, right? Like, birds are messengers, right? Most of the time from God in some sort of way. Maybe if you keep seeing a kind of bird, well, look it up. What does that bird mean? You know, obviously take things with a grain of salt, because the internet lies about everything, but you already know that. You know, it's like, not that it's an ultimate lie. All lies have truth in them, right? Even jokes. That's why I don't really like comedians that joke about, well, judgments on others, or racism, or classism, or whatever, because they actually think that. They're just trying to get out what they want to say without really saying it straight, right? And I know that you don't approve of that, because you can sense when it's real and when it's not. But back to the birds, it's like, I heard, well, the bird changes, right? It turns from, I see this from an eagle to a sparrow. An eagle to a hawk to a sparrow. Okay, so maybe those are 3 birds you want to check out. But they are there for a reason. Okay, they're there to show you something about what's in your heart, what's going on in your heart, how strong you are, what it is that you're sorting out. Okay? What it is that you're, figuring out, letting go of. Okay? Whatever it is that you're letting go of, it's helping you so that you can be happier. So that you can have, look at that. Okay? So you can let go of whatever those mental cycles are, you know, whatever those, this is also Mother, Father, Queen of Pentacles, and the Lord, you know, really closing out that, really closing out this, not this and being like, tomorrow, but like closing out, I mean, it's not to say that the Ten of Swords can't happen again, sure it can, but it's only if you let that happen, okay? It's if you get to this, you get to the 7 and you lie to yourself, then you get to the 8 and you hold it in, then you get, and you feel limited, or you feel like this is the way it's just supposed to be. You're supposed to feel pain. You're a Scorpio. No, that's bullshit. I mean, everybody was a bad person before. You know, everybody killed somebody. Okay? But that's just something to accept. Okay? That we used to be maybe bad people before. But that doesn't mean that we have to hold the weight of that and not be happy in this life. Not be able to have friends in this life. Not be able to be joyous and have, like, light-hearted conversations, you know? Not that you're a surface person. I mean, this is a Gemini card. Like, this can also be about getting drunk and gossiping, you know, and things that aren't productive, right? Which is like devil work. You don't need that, but you already know that. You know better. So, the point is that remember to keep an open mind. I really see that the sparrow will help you, okay? The sparrow will also help indicate what it is that you're going to find out in December. Okay? And to keep patient until then. Right? You're learning something. This is Odin. Right? That's how he figured out the runes. I think he hung himself there for like 400 years. You know? The Lord just ended up on the star. So any of you who are healing 10th house situations, Saturn situations, your father situations, I see that you will sort them out. I also see that during this autumn season, you're going to become a lot softer in your emotions and not have so much expectation in, I heard, love, okay, from others, right? You're going to become more stable in who it is that you are and know that you can do anything. Know that you can handle anything, okay? You've been through the ringer. Doesn't mean you got to stay in there, okay? Okie dokie, Smokey. You don't gotta fight any fight that you don't want to fight. Internally, externally, whatever. You don't have to. Nope. You decide. Right? Mars rules you too. Jupiter is going to leave your sign, and it's going to go into your 2nd house, you know, as the collective. which is Taurus's house. It's your opposite. It's awesome. You know, it'll really show you how, like, you're going to start to earthly, right? You go from fire to earth. You stabilize who it is, the amount of the possession of your own worth. You hold it. It's in your wallet. You know what I mean? Financially and just psychologically. Not worrying about it so much. That's why this year's been so tough. You know? Particularly for you. It's Jupiter and Scorpio is pretty hardcore. And whatever house that affected you, it really opened it up. And I know that you're a sensitive being, and I'm sure that was pretty tough. But you know what? You're still here, right? Right? You've learned so much, right? So congratulate yourself for that, right? That you're done with this tower. You're done with the rubble. You make the choice now, right? You complete that cycle, okay? Yeah, thank you very much. You can put down all that now, okay? Everything about your family, about your mama, about whatever you've had to cut out of your life. I see the family again, right? Their emotional connection to you. How it taught you whatever those mental processes was, and letting go of all that baggage. And being free and gaining more faith in, well, yourself and in God. Okay. Right? You've been doing so much introspection. Congratulate yourself for being willing to put in the work. Okay? Yeah. Told ya. Love you. Oh, of course. Before I say goodbye, thank you for being here. Thank you for being so supportive. Thank you for putting so much love, look at this, so much love and consideration into this channel. Okay? So much energy. Having such great integrity, okay, honesty, honestly, like, helping everyone turn the wheel. With the Jupiter and Scorpio, you're helping the whole collective heal. Thank you. I know it wasn't easy for you. I know it wasn't easy for you. But part of why it wasn't easy, again, I guess I have to tell you again, is because it needed to teach you how strong you are. Okay? How much you're able to handle, how you can do it, how you're not weak. You know? You're not a blubbering ball of nothingness in the water or whatever. No. You're spectacular and transformative and inspirational and obscure and abstract and intuitive, and you know, you're really cool. You're a really cool sign, and I just thank you for being yourself. You know, I don't want everybody to be like a Leo. Imagine that. No offense to Leo, but you know what I mean. Anybody being one. Imagine if everybody was Sagittarius, or everyone was I don't know, whatever. Just wouldn't work. You know, wouldn't be any fun. We'd just block ourselves from going anywhere. Anyway. Take care. Love ya.